Good.
Hi, my name is Ali Terracino, and I'm currently interning at the Center for Service and Social Justice. And today I have here with me Abby Corrigan. She's going to tell us about the importance of voting and being informed about all of it. So let's get started. And just before, I want to say thank you for agreeing to talk with us. So, why do you think it's personally important to vote?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. This is an incredible honor, especially with such an important topic. I find that, at our age, it seems as if, number one, we tend to just think that, things will be decided without our input. And that is not true at all. I think that, I'm looking back at the first time that I was able to register to vote, and it was in 2016 for the presidential election. And, my biggest regret was not knowing enough and not being educated enough to make these decisions on my own. So there are so many platforms and resources that us as students can use to find out why it isn't so important to vote. I think that there are a lot of issues that we might not think reflect us directly, but they truly do. And I think by doing the research and looking into why exactly it's so important to vote is it's so important for us to realize. So I think that why it is important to vote. It's because this why what we do is an immediate effect on our lives. So using our voice and being able to vote is extremely important because it affects each and every one of us.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. So how do you connect your Jesuit education and advocacy to voting?
Sure, and I think that really goes back to what I was saying, that everything that we do will affect us directly. And when we think about the Jesuit mission and the Jesuit values and how we are supposed to put ourselves out there for others, I think that directly correlates with being registered to vote and going out and doing what you can to make your voice heard. I find that, like I said, there's a lot of times where we don't think that things reflect us directly, and, the decisions and the policies of our leaders aren't necessarily going to impact us. But using that Jesuit mission and Jesuit values to care for others as much as we care about ourselves, it really shows that maybe something doesn't necessarily affect you, but it's going to affect your classmates. It's going to affect your family members. So I think that thinking about maybe this isn't something that's going to affect me directly, but it's affecting the people around us. And when we look to care for others and take our actions and use them for others, I think that it directly correlates with the Jesuit values and mission.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. Like, it is definitely important to be like aware and informed, and
Hmm.
because it's not directly affecting you, maybe it will be affecting someone you know or
Right,
close.
just the world around you. Yeah.
So, do you have like any advice as how we can, as students or even just young people, spread the word about the importance of voting?
Sure, yeah. And I think that, as us students, we're always on social media, and I think that we're finding a lot of, new resources to spread. I know that a lot of students will post things on their Instagram story or share it on Facebook, and I think that's such a great tool. I think that social media sometimes has a negative connotation, but when you look at the graphics and things that you can share so easily with your followers, I think that's such an incredible tool to use because it's right out there, and you could easily spread the word. There is a website, votespa.com, where you can look to find all the important dates on voting. So October 27th is the last day to apply for a mail-in ballot. October 19th is the last day to register to vote. So those are coming up very quickly. So I think just looking ahead and planning ahead that website is a great tool. But like I said, social media and even just talking to your friends about, current issues that are happening. I think you really kind of find a new perspective when you talk to your friends, but also listen to what they have to say as well. I think you're always learning from different people. So being able to communicate is a great tool as well.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. It's like all over every social media
It
platform.
is. Every day you see something new, but I mean, you're learning from it, and a lot of things that I learn about come from Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, and it's reading the newspaper is so important, but all of that information is usually just on social media too. So looking to those Instagram accounts or Facebook accounts or Twitter accounts that have those resources is definitely a great tool.
Yeah, so you also like kind of touched on this, but I was gonna ask, do you have any specific resources that you have personally found that are objective and helpful when learning and trying to educate yourself on voting?
Yeah, definitely. So like I said, votespa.com, that's a great tool because especially if you're in Pennsylvania and all of us here, I mean, at the university, we're able to register to vote in Pennsylvania, and it's such an important state in the upcoming election. So even if you aren't registered and you want to vote here, you could if you're a student and you're living on campus or off campus as well. So that's a great tool when you're really looking for just direct resources on on those exact like applications, mail-in ballot applications, voter registration applications. They're all linked right there. I also recommend following the government leaders on social media. I think that that's such a great tool too because they're always sharing such important resources. So I think being able to kind of follow along, even like put them on your push notifications. So maybe if the governor or the mayor puts something up on their Instagram or their social media, you're able to connect directly to that. So those are really great tools as well.
Okay, that's great. Well, I want to thank you for sharing with us, and everyone should definitely check out Votes PA and even going on social media. I know sometimes it seems annoying because it's all you see, but look into it because there's definitely more out there that we don't know. And like you said, just because it's not affecting you, it's going to probably affect you in the future or
Hmm.
even someone you care about. But I thank you a lot for sharing your importance and why you find it important and your interest in voting because it is such a big topic right now.
Hmm.
So
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Ali, so much. This was
thank
fun.
you.